All right, we got a classic Battletech game going on today. We have some Mercs on Merc action. We got 3 different faction of mercenaries over here. See some mech on the other side, which we have a Wolverine. We got a Hunchback, awesome archer, another awesome. Lots of awesomes over there.
That's awesome.
And a couple more Hunchbacks. Those are Swaybacks, right?
Swaybacks, yeah.
Swayback.
And that's a Swayback too? Okay. And then a Centurion with no axe. You don't even have an axe to grind in this.
I don't.
Oh, man.
I could have.
And over here we got a couple Loci. We got a Phoenix
You
Hawk.
might want to clarify that because somebody's going to that's not a Loci, that's a Locust. That's not a clan mech.
Yeah, I'm staring off into space. Oh my god. Locust. There we go. And then we have a Shadowhawk, a Hunchback, got a couple Commandos, and a Spitter. And then we got an Assassin, Spitter, and Jenner. Not that.
Wolfhound, too.
Oh, yeah. That's not a Wolfhound. That's a Panther.
Oh, okay. Well,
A very slow Panther with its PPC. There you
I
go.
got scratches on my glasses, okay?
All right. This is how we roll. All right. We do use the card deck. So when you flip a card over, that mech has an assigned card to it. So whenever the card is flipped, that mech has to move. So it saves things, speeds up the game. So there's not a lot of thinking. You just got bam, 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 go, 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 go. And we use the dice over here. We got the small dice. So when you see a die represented, you got green for walk, you have white for running, and blue is stationary, and red is jump. And they don't have any jumping over there. I do have some jump capable mechs on this side. Even if they don't jump very far, they can still jump. So you might see some red dice here and there if they make it. We got level 1 water everywhere on the board. So basically it's kind of an oxbow situation going on right here where the intermittent river has been cut off and left some ponds. So kind of muddy mess. All right, so we're going to be going on turn 1 and we'll be back with the results. Any questions about what we're going to be doing here? This is a meeting engagement. This recon element is going to see what this is all about. They don't know exactly what's on the other side coming at them, so they're going to do some investigation. All right, we'll be back with turn 1 into turn 1. All right, here we go. That's the end of turn 1. And over here we have these mechs over here kind of rolled up around the flank. We got a few of these little guys moving up the middle. And then we have everybody over here. And unfortunately the Panther is like, wait for me. He doesn't fit into the bill very well. He's too slow. And they lined up some shots, but the LRM over here on the Assassin was just short of hitting a target over here, and then over here these guys with their PPCs and LRMs were just short of hitting targets over here. So if it was another inch, they would be hammering away. All right, so that's the end of turn 1. We're going to be moving on to turn 2 on the big red die, and we'll be back. All right, here we go. It's into turn 2. We had these mechs go flying up around the corner over here. And then the Wolverine right there, he did a shot at one of the, I think it was the Locust.
Locust.
Yeah, fired at one of the Locusts there. Missed. And then the Archer fired over here at the Assassin that's right there and missed. A lot of splashing of water around him, but he came out unscathed with that shot. And then everybody here, except then the assassin, fired at one of the hunchbacks with an LRM, and it missed. But then the awesome right there fired 2 PPCs at the assassin, and one of them clipped his arm and tore into his internal structure. So that hurt. That was not good. Then there was an LRM shot from this Centurion at the generator there and splashed water around him, but didn't do anything. So that was pretty much the end of turn 2. It was just a bunch of shooting going on, but nobody hitting each other. So that was it. So now we're going to move on to turn 3. There we go. Turn 3. And we'll be back. All right, here we go. It's the end of turn 3. We had the guys mosey on up over here. These 3 amigos fired into the Wolverine right there, and they did what, 17 damage, I think it was, on him. And then Wolverine turned around and blasted this guy here for 19. So it took 3 of them to do 17. One guy did 19. And then this hunchback right here, he fired and did 20? 20. Yeah. So, and he stripped off and took out a SRM2 in his left arm. So he got a crit and knocked out the SRM. These guys over here are just like parked there going, ooh, okay, that's not looking good. Nothing to shoot. They had a PPC, I can't even say that, PPC shot over here at the hunchback and missed. These guys fired into the hunchback and did a little bit of damage.
A little bit. Number 1? Yeah, number 1 did 10. 10
to him. And then they fired over here at the other hunchback and I think did 10 to him.
10 to him as well.
Yeah. And then they turned around, this hunchback hosed that poor
green spider.
Yeah, the green spider right there, and then took 2 more PPC shots into him. And just like leg is gone, and he went down on his face, and it's like, ow. And then over here they fired into that other spider and did a little bit of damage to him, enough to did 20 to him and shot both arms off him. But that was it. All the shots went into the arms.
Yep.
So it took his arms off. And oh yeah, this guy, awesome over here, fired 2 PPCs and hit the Phoenix Hawk right there. One in the leg and one in, I believe it was the torso.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So he had to make a pilot check, but they all made their pilot check except for the guy that had a missing leg, because they got blown off. Blew to pieces. All right, so at the end of turn 3, moving on to turn 4, I'm just going to let you know this spider right here is punching out. He's popping smoke and getting out. Saving his ride. Since they are Mercs, they don't want to have their equipment get totally destroyed. It's not worth it. All right, so that's the end of turn 3. Moving on to turn 4. All right, here we go. It's the end of turn 4. Over here, we had the hunchback and the Shadow Hawk and the Phoenix Hawk and the Locust fire into the Wolverine right there. Did some damage to it. What's interesting was that the Shadow Hawk needing extremely high numbers of 10, and he kept hitting. Which is like, what, really? And then they put some damage into the hunchback right there. And then they proceeded to go into melee phase. The hunchback basically kicked the leg off of the Phoenix Hawk there. And then the Wolverine
missed, but he made his
pilot check. And then the little Locust put 4 points of damage onto the leg of the Wolverine. All right, so we had that right there. Then the Archer fired into the front commando, and hit him with 2 LRM-15s for a total of what, 15 damage, I think it was. He did a 6 and a 9. Yeah. So he didn't have to make a pilot check, but then the awesome right there fired over here and just pummeled the poor locust right there. Did some damage to it. You can see it's laying on the ground there. And then over here, the Panther put a PPC into the Hunchback, and the Hunchback fired back and put 4 medium lasers into the Panther. And they're both standing around.
That one did 30. This one did.
Yeah, that one was 30. This one was the 20. Into the fired. Both of those guys fired into the Jenner, and it soaked up the damage. But then all 3 of these mechs fired into the Centurion, and it fell on its face. And then the Awesome fired into the Spider and hit it with 2 PPCs and took out a jump jet. So that was the extent of all that damage. And
took off his torsos.
Yeah, it's like his torsos are bare to the world now. Like one more hit, and it's like you took the arms off, then you took the torsos out, and now he's just sitting there with a bunch of damage to his center torso. But so there's that.
Legs and torsos, all that's left.
Yeah. Still got his 2 medium lasers, but he may disappear for a while. Alright, so that's the end of turn 4. Moving on to turn 5. So we'll just have to see what happens here. We'll be back. Alright, here we go. Is the end of turn 5. Most likely the last turn?
Yeah, I'd say.
Possibly.
Okay, let's just start over here. Yeah, the Hunchback has finally made it almost in range to be able to fire. He's like at range 10, and the battle's pretty much over. Okay, the Shadowhawk put some rounds into the Hunchback right there, but that's about it. A little plinky damage. The Locust over here fired into the back of the Hunchback and got 2
Plinky
points.
Damage.
Yeah,
that's 7. Arming and 2
yeah,
points.
it's like I hit you in the back with 2 points. I think was hoping to get center, but it was just the back 2. And then this Wolverine comes up over here and just fires into the Locust and cored it out and dropped it like a rock, and then he pounded and kicked it around for a little bit with his in the kicking phase. The Awesome over here put a PPC into that Commando, red green Commando, and then
Archer put some damage into the other Commando.
Yeah, he put 2 LRM-15s into that one. Did 18 damage to it. So those guys are hurting a little bit. I'm surprised that one red-green Commando is even still there. Okay, now this is the nasty thing. This swayback right here fired all 8 medium lasers at long range and hit with 6?
7.
Yeah. 7.
7.
7.
Unbelievable rolling. And then all went into like center torso, center torso, center torso. And he's laying on the ground. So that was the end of that Panther. It's like, what can you say? Luck. And then over here, the Jenner, Spider, and the Assassin fired into the Hunchback and did a bunch of damage to it. But it's still standing, and then they all fired in. The Hunchback fired into the Jenner and basically shot its leg off. It fell down and then killed itself in a grotesque manner, like body parts everywhere. And then they fired into the Assassin, stripped some armor off of it with the Awesome and the Centurion, but he's still standing. So now all that's left is a really shot up Spider, all he has left is his center torso. You have kind of a shot up assassin there. Two really shot up commandos right here. And a slightly scratched Shadowhawk and an Hunchback that just finally getting into the battle. So that is it. And
2 unscathed awesome.
yeah, the Wolverine's got a bunch of armor stripped off of it. The Hunchbacks have armor stripped off them. You still have an untouched, or yeah, I did a plink damage, didn't I, to the archer?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was just a little bit of damage.
Nope.
Nope, no damage.
That's
Oh,
no
missed.
damage on it either.
Archer and Awesome have not been touched.
So there's 3 mechs out there that haven't been touched yet. Yeah, not good.
You went after the Hunchback, not the Archer with your Locust.
Oh, that's right. Okay. That's right. Been so long ago. Like 20 minutes ago. So long. All right, so that's it. I think after the Mercs have realized that their unit's being shot apart, they are going to call it right there and surrender so they can save their steel. They don't want to lose their rides in a grotesque, explosive manner. All right, so that's the end of it. 5 turns in. And 5 turns in roughly 4 hours, 5 hours, 4.5 hours. Not bad.
Just leisurely.
We spent
today.
Yeah, if we didn't spend a lot of time eating and BSing, we'd have more stuff done today. All right, so that's it. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share it, friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Elkricks out.